No apologies for it this morning, but I had to have some caffeine before I could get my run in. Project 10K, welcome to episode 1. We got 6 miles at a easy pace. There's no sense in pushing yourself when you don't feel good. I don't feel bad, but I've just not slept good this week for kids' schedules, various reasons. So we're doing 6 today. It's a overcast, rainy, cool morning, so it shouldn't be too hard on the body to keep the heart rate low. So we're gonna do some aerobic threshold training, and we may go over a little bit of what I mean when I say I'm doing aerobic threshold training and how I monitor that, what I do with it, and what the benefits are and how it's supposed to help. So let's go for 6, and then let's talk about some training. This is my final run of week 1 of my 2-week training for Project 10K. It's been an exhausting week, more so from the recovery side than from the effort side. Any parents out there will get it. I'm not unique that sometimes my kids don't want to go to bed. That's one of the main things I'm trying to do with this series of challenges, series of races, is fit it in my life, not change my life to fit it. That means that my long run this week, when I wanted to do 10 or 12, is just gonna be 6. I cannot overdo it. That leads to more problems. So don't solve a current problem with a future problem. Solve a current problem with a solution. And that solution is, I have to back off. I have to take it easy. I didn't do a speed day this week, so next week I'll do a big speed day, provided I recover enough. You know, it's building myself to not a great race week or race day, but the race does not require me to be ready. You know, it's gonna happen. I'm feeling less prepared every day. Less prepared every day. Maybe a 2-week turnaround wasn't the wisest decision, but like I said, I'm making these races fit my life, and that's when it was available. Am I gonna knock it out of the park? Probably not. Am I gonna compete to the best of my ability? Oh, you bet. I'm gonna do everything that I can. I'm gonna push myself to the complete max, just like I did on the 5K. But I felt much more prepared for the 5K. I want to get all the running races done by the end of November
or early December, so I can spend the winter with no time pressure of races to get in the pool, get on the bike, and get triathlon ready for when I start off on those. And I'm getting really excited about that. I find myself wanting to get to those more than I want to get to the runs, but it's not how it works. I got to do it all. I got to do it right, and I've got to give each race the respect it deserves. And for 10K, this week at least, I've not been able to do that. Let's take a second and discuss what I mean when I say aerobic threshold training. And if you follow me on Instagram, I've been making quite a few posts about it. And it is something that if you know about running and follow running, you've definitely heard about it. You probably know all about it. If you want a really scientific breakdown of what it is, you're not gonna get that from me. I don't wanna be disingenuous and act like I know things that I don't know. I'm not a sports scientist. I know the concept, I know the benefit, and I know how to put it into action. The concept is that if you train below a certain level, which is the aerobic threshold, that you can teach your body to become much more efficient at that level. So it's sort of like progressive overload. Add reps or add weight, your body becomes used to it. With aerobic threshold training, you run at a certain heart rate or a certain heart rate range, which is below your threshold. You will teach your body to be more efficient at a faster pace. Basically, if you follow elite runners and they say, today I've done an easy run, and they look at their watch and it's 10 miles at a 7:30 pace, well, they can do that because they've taught their body that that's not a hard pace. So for me, my runs used to be a easy pace was somewhere around 9:20, 9:30. I'm now down to where my slow runs are like an 8:45. There's two simple ways to put this into your training. One being staying in zone 2. If you've got a watch or a heart rate monitor or whatever, usually it's broken into zones. If you stay in zone 2, that's correct. The other way is the MAF 180 method, and you use the number 180, you subtract your age from that, and that number is the heart rate you want to stay below. Once you find that number, you want to stay within 15 BPM below that on your run. That doesn't mean you got to start out of the gate and immediately work to that. That's a bad method, but just run, and if you check your watch or your heart rate monitoring system, whatever you use, and you see that you're getting up to it or above it, you have to slow down. So to me, this is a great test for runners. So do you have the discipline to build your endurance rather than test it? So I have to do the process right. If I get the process right, I get the benefits from it too. I'm not the authority on it, but I use it and I certainly have benefited from it. So you should too. So that's episode 1 of Project 10K. Race day's coming up. Let's see what we can do. Thanks for watching.